everyone, it's Nick and Ron with another edition of Ask Ron. We're live from Ron's commercial property boot camp right now, or recording live anyway. We got a few questions here. How you doing today, Ron?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
All right, good. Our first question is from Butch Wells. I don't have his state. He says, Ron, I've been a student of yours for several years and I've done quite a few real estate deals. I just listened to you about the course. I have your lease option course. Is there a way I could get all your scripts?
If you have my course, the scripts are in it, so you don't have the terms course. I think you must be referring to the old lease option course, which is obsolete today. Get my terms course. We've got it on sale for $897, and it's got everything in it, including the scripts and all the agreements as well, and it'll bring you up to date. Let's get a hold of our office and order it. Now,
Right.
if you haven't been to our Quick Start School, it comes free with that. So you might want to ask about that. In fact, I'd call today if I were you, because we got a special even on the Quick Start School right now. So call our office.
All right, Mary from Virginia says, I've owned a house in New York free and clear for over a year in my name. This is an investment property, not a primary residence. It needs a complete rehab. I am trying to sell it now. If I would transfer it into a land trust with my LLC as beneficiary, is that what I should do to cut down on paying capital gains taxes after I sell it, or put it in my LLC?
Mary, that will have absolutely nothing to do with capital gains taxes. If you put it in an entity now, it's not going to change the taxes whatsoever. However, if you're going to sell it now and you're going to cash out of it, you might go on the Gold Club site and watch that video where I teach folks how to sell and not pay taxes. And it's certainly worth you watching, because you don't have to pay taxes unless you just don't know any different.
All right. Yong in New York says, if we ask sellers to refinance their free and clear house so that we take over the payment, do we need to remind them it's probably not a good idea to tell their bank that they're going to sell their house? How can we do this without making them worried?
The question makes absolutely no sense to me. If it's a free and clear house, it has no payments, and there is no bank. So you lost me, brother. I'm gonna have to rephrase that one.
So he's asking if we ask sellers to refinance their free and clear house.
Sorry. Okay. Okay. Well, what if they refinance it? We have a pre-agreement that we're either going to lease option it from them or buy it with owner financing, meaning a wrap. So what's the question exactly?
Just not to let them know that they're selling their house. Not to let the bank know that they're selling their house.
I always instruct the sellers not to contact the bank and stir up trouble for no reason.
Okay. Katrina from Nevada says, if you put down a $100 deposit from your solo 401k on a pretty house and then close on the house, when you lease option the house and receive the non-refundable option deposit, does it go into your solo 401k tax-free?
It must go in your solo 401k, no other place. And yes, it is tax-free. And depending on how you set up your solo 1k is if it's free or just deferred. If you set up your solo 401k like a Roth, then it's tax-free forever.
All right, and last question is from longtime student Corey Ellis.
Hey, Corey Ellis, been around a long time.
He says, I'm finishing reading a genius book. The less I do, the more I make.
It is genius, isn't it, Corey?
So he's reading it for the 4th time.
Jeez. Okay.
Slow learner, right?
Yeah.
My biggest challenge has always been having enough consistent cash flow to hire an assistant to do much of the minutia. What is your advice on that?
I don't know, because I don't know what you're doing and what you're not doing. And you and I go back a ways, so I know in the beginning you had a hard time talking to anybody and you overcame that. So I'd have to dig deeper on that with you to be able to answer your question. But I bet it's something very small. I bet it can be fixed once you identify it. You ought to sit down and ask yourself, okay, what am I doing and what do I think I'm doing wrong based on all this training that I got from Ron? And see what you come up with. And hey, if you want to send me an email, go ahead and send me an email and we'll chat. I'll get on the phone with you as well. You've probably got my phone number. And if you don't, Tish does. Contact her.
All right, that might be, doesn't have the consistent cash flow because he doesn't have that personal assistant yet, or he's not outsourcing enough.
Yes, but that's a common thing. I don't think I can afford a personal assistant. And the truth is, if you don't know what you're going to do with that assistant, you shouldn't afford them because you're just wasting the money. But you've got to have a system in place to do the business. or the personal assistants only going to take money out and not put it in. But if you got a personal assistant that'll help you conduct that business and help you get it systemized, then they're worth their weight in gold.
All right, well, that's all we got for this week. We do have a summit coming up soon. You want to talk about that?
Yeah. What's the dates?
The 18th through the 20th of November.
This month. Okay. And it's free, guys, and it's 3 days. And I got some really, really, really good people coming on this summit. And in fact, one of them runs a mastermind group that I'm paying 25 grand a year to be a part of. And you won't believe the quality of investors that are in his mastermind group. I mean, these guys doing 100, 200, 300 houses a year. So I want to hear from him. And another one, in fact, another one of my guys on this is one of his members that did a presentation recently. I think he said he's doing 150 houses a year. And he tells the story about where he came from and all the money he was wasting and how he changed all of that. And the results just blew his business through the roof. I got some real pros coming on here. I got Bob Bloom coming on to talk about LLCs the right way, because most people are doing them absolutely incorrect and creating dangerous situations. And I'll be doing some lessons on my own. So anyway, I can't remember all of the curriculum that I put together on this, but I know it's probably one of the most incredible curriculums that I've put together that I can remember. So it's free. Just go down and get registered for it. It's 3 days, and it's going to start at 9 a.m. I think, and go to 5 p.m. every day, Eastern Standard Time. So set aside that time right now.
All right, we'll put the link right below the video here to register for free.
Okay, see you next week.